Now, let's create a file geodatabase by using ArcGIS Pro software. But before that, I need to give you a suggestion to do any GIS project or GIS training in proper way and organized way. Yes, organized way. You need to do your work in an organized way. Either you do any GIS training or any GIS project. See, when you are going to do a big GIS project, you need to work with so many files, so many GIS layers, so many GIS projects. If you don't arrange all of them in an organized way in your computer folder, when you need a particular file, it will be difficult for you to browse that file, to identify that file which you want to add this in your ArcGIS Pro interface. So for this purpose, we need to use the organized plan for our GIS project and any GIS training. Say, for this GIS training, create a training folder in your any computer drive. Inside of this training folder, create a folder lecture resource in where you can download all of the resource you will get from this course, and you can create a separated folder named shapefile in where you can save all of those shapefiles you will get from this course. Say, now I'm going to create a geodatabase practically. For this purpose, say this is my training folder. Inside of this training folder, I will create a new folder named My Geodatabase. Because inside of this folder, I'm going to create two types of geodatabase. One is File Geodatabase, another one is Mobile Geodatabase. In this lecture, we will create File Geodatabase and some feature classes inside of that geodatabase. Press enter. Now, inside of this folder, I will create a new geodatabase. Right click on this and go to new. Here we can see two types of geodatabase. One is File Geodatabase, another one is Mobile Geodatabase. See, we already have learned this from our theory lectures. What is geodatabase? Let's create a new File Geodatabase. Simply, it will add inside of this folder. Here we go. Our File Geodatabase has been created successfully, but it is blank because we have not created any feature classes inside of this geodatabase. You can rename this. It is another organized plan to do any GIS task. Give the name of your file so that you can easily identify your files in future when you need it. Click once, then click second times. Say I want to change the name as Shahriar, my name, Shahriar File Geodatabase. Okay, now next we need to create feature classes inside of this geodatabase. Multiple feature classes. To create a new feature classes, we need to use the same process, so we do shapefile creation time. Just right click on this geodatabase inside of which we are going to create new feature class. Go to new. Now we can see any geodatabase. We will see only new feature class option because we can't create a geodatabase inside of any geodatabase. So when we right click on this geodatabase, we will get the option only to add feature class. Click this to create new feature class, which is same as like shapefile. When we create a shapefile, we need to give the name. Say, when you create any shapefile or feature class or any vector layers, you should have a purpose to create this shapefile or feature class. Let's make a purpose. We are going to create three feature classes inside of this geodatabase. One is building, another one is road, and third one is landmark. We will create these building feature classes by using which we are going to digitize some building of a particular area. And by using the road feature class, we are going to digitize road features in a particular area. So the geometry type of our building will be polygon, and the geometry type of our road feature class will be line or polyline. And by using landmark feature class, we are going to digitize some kind of point feature landmark. Same. This will be our plan. Based on this plan, we are going to create three feature classes. First of all, let's create building. Give the name as building. What is alias? Alias means the caption of this feature class. Name will be the property name of this feature class, which you can't change. Alias, you can consider this as a caption. If you are smart, you should use the same name and alias. When you are going to use some kind of Python programming and you are going to use this feature class, if you use the different name and different alias, it will make you confused. So better use the same name and alias. Now give the geometry name or feature class, feature type, Polygon. Now click next. This is the another opportunities when we create any feature class. At the feature class creation time, we can add field also in our attribute table. In this feature class, I want to add two fields. One is building name and another one is building type. Click here to add a new field, name, and type will be text. Click here to add another one, building type, and the data type will be text. Now click next. Now give the projection system. I want to use geographic coordinate system, world. I always suggest my students to use WGS 1984 because maximum of them will do my WebGIS course from Udemy. That is why I suggest to use WGS 1984. It is very suitable for any WebGIS task. So click next. Next. Now all we need to do is click finish. See, congratulations. You have successfully created your first feature classes and geodatabase. And after creating this, automatically it has been added in our content list. Let's see the attribute table, which is newborn baby actually. It's black. Shape length, shape area, name and type. This is by default field added by ArcGIS Pro. And these two fields we have created at the feature class creation time. Now, time to create rest of two feature classes, which are road and landmark. Use the same way very quickly. Close this one. Right click on this geodatabase. Go to new. Then click feature class. Give the name road. Use the same name for our alias. And type will be, what will be the type? Yes, line. And click next. In here, I'm going to add two fields, same as like our building attribute table, road name and road type. Name and data type will be text. Now click here to add another one and type. Now click next and the projection system will be as it is, WGS 1984. Or we can add this from geographic coordinate system. You know that? WGS 1984. Then click next, 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 and finish. There is our road feature class. See our building feature class. It is showing the polygon feature type icon. By watching which, you can easily understand which one is polygon feature type feature class, which one is line feature type feature class. Now let's add point feature classes. Feature class, landmark. Use the same name for our alias. It will be point. Next, here I want to add two fields as the same way, landmark name and landmark type. Landmark will be considered as a point of interest, say the well-known point of an area, which is well-known to everybody. You can watch many landmarks in Google Map as a point feature. Those are landmarks. And as a software engineering, we can say this is a point of interest, POI. Next, WGS 1984, then next, then finish. So these are the ways how to create feature classes inside of this file geodatabase, which is same as like creating any shapefile. Now let's browse this newly created geodatabase having 3 feature classes from our computer folder view. What it looks like actually from folder view. Here is our Shahriar file geodatabase.gdb. Looks like a folder, but it's a kind of geodatabase.gdb. If we double click on it, you will see again so many unknown files, which are possible to browse only by using ArcGIS Pro interface. Now, let's do it practically in your ArcGIS Pro interface and play with this. In our next lecture, we are going to create mobile geodatabase, and we will understand what is mobile geodatabase actually, and what is the purpose of mobile geodatabase and how it looks like. Let's move to the next lecture.